Hello, children. Hi. You know very well who am I? Yes, I am Kameshwari. Today, I want to share one incident with you. What is that? Today, one of my friend Jaisri brought one delicious food item to me. I ate that. That is very nice, very excellent. Immediately, I asked her, "It is very excellent. How did you prepare?" She replied to me, "It was not prepared myself. It was prepared by my mother." Again, I asked, "Do you know the process of this dish?" Yes. She said, "I know a little about that, but my mother and my grandmother know very well. Actually, my mother learned from her grandmother." Oh, I understood after that conversation. I understood. We learned more things from our ancestors. Do you know what is meant by ancestors? Your forefathers, your mother, your mother's mother, your mother's mother's mother, like that. That is called the yours ancestors. Did you learn any things from your ancestors? I learned so many things. How to speak with others, how to cook, how to arrange the house items, how to develop my skills. I learned so many things from my ancestors. You think what you learned from your ancestors. Note it down one by one in one notebook. Have you understood what I am ready to say to you? Yes, history. So, history is coming from your ancestors. Children, do you know what is the meaning of history? Yes, history is nothing about the past of study of past is called the history. What is the meaning of history? When the past events are studied carefully and systematically on the basis of available material remains and records, its summary is called history. Study of past is called a history. How do you study that? It's studied carefully and systematically on the basis of available material, and you note it down records. That summary is called the history. The person who studies the story of man's progress and civilization in a systematic way, that person is called historian. Okay, who studies the story of man's progress and civilization in a systematic way is called the historian. Okay, children, now if you want to learn the history, how did you know? Sources. You want some sources. What is meant by source? Sources are available in our history to study the history. What are the sources available? To read, to study the history. Two types of sources are available. Those are archaeological sources and literary sources. What is meant by archaeological sources? The study of remains of past is called the archaeology. Archaeology, that is the meaning of archaeology. Archaeologists study the remains of buildings made up of stone and bricks that have survived. That is the those are called the archaeological sources. Here paintings and sculptures, inscription, coins, inscriptions, these are the examples of the archaeological sources. They also explore and excavate, dig under the surface of the earth and find out the tools, coins, weapons, pots. These are all things. So this is about our archaeological sources. And next come to the second source, literary sources. Literary sources means written sources of history are called the literary sources. What are the examples of literary sources? Are religious books, manuscript, foreign travelers' accounts, etc. Religious books, Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, these are all books are very important resources of your history. In those books, they mentioned all the political and economical background of the people. Manuscripts. Manuscripts means these books are written by the hand. That is called the manuscript. Foreign travelers, Huan Sang, Pahian, Marco Polo, so many travelers visited our India. Those members wrote so many books. These are all books are the important resources of our history. So these are all comes into the literary sources. Children, do you know how historians arrange the events? They do it in the chronological order. You know very well the dictionary. In the dictionary, all the words are arranged in a alphabetical order. In history, the historians arranged the in chronological order. That is, events first followed by the events that happened later. What incidents comes first, what next? These are all things you learn year by year. Okay. We feel a lot because history is vast subject. We have to memorize so many years. Yes. If you arrange all the years like the chronological order, you memorize very easily in your brain. Suppose here, who is he? Yes, your father of our nation, Gandhiji. Gandhiji's history, I will say you with the help of these all the dates. In 1869, October 2, Gandhi Jayanti, he born on that date. After 1882, he got married. His wife name is Kasturiba Gandhi. After, in 1888, he went to England to study the law. After, in 1893, in South Africa, he went for practice of law course, and he went back to India in the year of 1915. He observed the conditions of our India. Immediately he started non-cooperation movement in the year of 1920. After that, again he started Salt Satyagraha, Dandi March in 1930. After, in at last 1942, he started Quit India movement. In that moment, the Britishers quit away from our India in the year of 1947. He feel a lot at that time why our India is divided into two nations, India and Pakistan. After that, in 1948, January 30, he was killed by Nathuram Godse at Delhi. Children, if you arrange all the years in this chronological order, you will memorize all the years in your brain. Next, while you are reading the history, some dates are coming. Before and after you observe AD and BC, two words will come. What is the meaning of BC and AD? BC, what is the meaning of BC means before Christ. AD means Anno Domini. These two are the Latin words. What is the meaning of those two words are in the year of God? Who is the God here? Jesus Christ. Yes. When the Jesus Christ born on the earth, that year considered as year 1. After BC means before Christ, when the Jesus Christ did not born on the earth. After the born of the Jesus Christ is AD. Okay, children. Next, the dates for BC go backwards. Thus, 250 BC will come before the 150 BC. To calculate the number of years between a date and BC in AD, the two should be added together. Example, suppose now what is the age of our Jesus Christ is 2020. Okay, 2020 years. I saw one picture in a temple. They wrote 200 BC, 200 years are there. Now what is the age of that temple is now 2220, like that. So if you add the total age BC and AD also, then you find out the actual age of the that building. Okay children, this is the introduction part of our lesson in the history part, first one, when, where, what and how. I will continue the next lesson. Don't be bothered about the history. History is very interesting topic. History, if you know the history, you will be able to do better. It explains you how the present is going on, what will be presented in the future. If you read the history, it will explain you the roots of our culture. So children, love your history. We shall meet in the next video in the lesson. Thank you. Bye.